So we'll get we'll get started here in about a minute or so. And the reason we want to not be too late is because folks have to go to commencement after this, and that's not waiting for anybody. So we'll get started here in a minute, right? So please do find your seats, and then we'll get started. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I think we'll get started here. I think most of the folks have moved in and are mostly settled. So good evening. My name is Sriram Sundarajan. I am a professor of mechanical engineering, and I have the privilege of serving as the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs here in the College of Engineering. So welcome to all of you for coming in person today. We're glad to have things back in person after a slight bump in the road in the last couple of years. And we also welcome the audience joining us via our live stream from wherever they might be around the world. So we're here today to celebrate our master's and PhD graduates. So this is a small event the college puts together where we get to hear from our graduates before they move on to commencement. So just a couple of housekeeping items. The restrooms are out there around the corner on the left. The buffet, the food that was outside in the foyer area is going to move towards that corner room. So after the event is done, if you still want to hang around and have some snacks, it'll be in there. So don't get surprised when you walk out over, where's the food? It's there in that corner because there's other events going on today with commencement in place. If you could please silence your cell phones, that would be great. Of course, as the event proceeds, you're welcome to take photographs and things like that. That's no problem at all. So again, welcome. And so the way the format of the evening today, as you know, like I mentioned, we're celebrating our master's and PhD students. This semester, between summer and fall, we have about 220 students graduating with these graduate degrees. Roughly about 85 PhD students and roughly about 130 master's students. And today at this particular event, we have, as of now, about 75 students who have registered, and we'll hear from them. So what we'd like to do is we'll be inviting our graduates by department. I'd request when I call for the department, please line up on this side, and we'll call the department representatives to come to the stage as well. We have a small gift for you before you go to commencement. Since we're a university, we always like homework, and everybody has their last homework assigned to them. Everybody know what their homework is? Yes? So you have a minute. Each graduate has a minute to share two things. Their favorite memory at Iowa State, and you're welcome to talk about your research, what you did for your research to the audience. And if you did a coursework degree, you're welcome to talk about a favorite experience from your courses. And of course, it's with constraints. We're engineering, so we do it with constraints, and your constraint is 1 minute. And at the end of that minute, you might feel a shadow getting close to you, and that'd be me, because we need to keep this on time, right? So, so bear with me. Usually this falls on May, so you can pick your favorite villain. It's Darth Vader or Thanos or whoever you like, that's me. And at the end of a minute, I'm going to sidle up and kind of encourage you to get done, okay? And of course, you got a minute. You can say anything you'd like to thank anybody, that's great, but it's a minute. All right, so that's kind of the process. That's what we have in store. So first, we'd like to get started with our graduates of Aerospace Engineering. So if you could please line up on this side of the stage. And the Aerospace Engineering representative faculty member today is Professor Benjamin Ahn. Okay, so we're going to start with Aditi Sawant, who's graduating with a master's in aerospace engineering under the guidance of Professor Abdel Khalik.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Aditi Sawant, and I'm from Mumbai, India. I am graduating with my master's in aerospace engineering. My research is based on developing experimental setup of ground vehicles, which will be basically autonomous self-driving vehicles, and they have various applications in this industry, as you know. And so I had to develop a basic hardware which could run some algorithms, basically cooperative control algorithms. So how this works is, let's say there's one target vehicle which is randomly moving somewhere. There'll be two chaser vehicles which will be tracking the target in real time, and they will be talking to each other and then trying to kind of rendezvous with the target. So that's what I was doing here. And I would like to thank my family and friends for all the support. My best memory at Iowa State was when I met astronaut Scott Kelly. He is the person who spent 1 year in space, and as a person who kind of aims to have a similar career objective, I think that was the best memory here. So thank you so much.
Okay, you got a little bit of grace period because you were the very first person launching it, but thank you, Aditi. So next we have Luke Gordon, who's graduating the Master's in Aerospace under the guidance of Professor Young Lee.
Hello, so my name is Luke Gordon. As said, I'm from the Twin Cities area of Minnesota. I am graduated with a master's in aerospace engineering, and my research was working on cost-efficient test systems for CubeSats, which are satellites the size of a shoebox. And so those satellites cost a lot less than like traditional satellites, more in the hundreds of thousands as to the multi-millions or billions. However, some of the test systems that we have don't scale down to that, so that's where I was trying to develop. As for favorite memory at Iowa State, that would have to be, I both participated in and then later led the spaceflight operations workshop at Iowa State, where we learned scuba diving, skydiving, and other wilderness survival and other activities, as well as worked with industry and NASA personnel to really learn about mission operations within the space industry. So thank you, and I would like to thank my family and friends for the support throughout this journey.
Next, we have Mustafa Yosef, graduating with a Master of Engineering in Aerospace Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Hui Hu.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mustafa Yusuf. Originally, I'm from Egypt, and I also had my bachelor's degree here in Aerospace Engineering at Iowa State. So it's been a while here. And also, I'm graduating in Master's of Engineering, so I kind of took like the easier way out. But I still struggle through it. But alhamdulillah, I ended up like finishing my degree and landing my job, and thankfully it all went well. And I guess for my favorite moment in Iowa State was a lot of like the events that was here, especially with the MSA that I had, like the bubble ball event where we scheduled a tournament where a lot of people would just like smash into each other with the ball. So it was a little bit fun. But thank you everyone, and congratulations for everyone. Thank you.
Christopher Dardano, graduating the Master of Engineering in Aerospace under the guidance of Dr. Hu.
Hey everyone, I took the easy way out as well, and I got the Masters of Engineering. My favorite part about it was taking the numerical analysis classes and the CFD courses. And yeah, it worked out well because I got a job at Aerojet Rocketdyne, which I'm excited for. And my favorite memory was probably being a TA for M2I. So it was helping the kids perform their projects. And yeah, congrats everyone.
So all of you heard a bunch of acronyms in the last two speeches, right? M2I is a program in aerospace. It's called Make to Innovate. So it's a program designed to engage undergraduate students in hands-on activities. And TA, of course, is a teaching assistant. So our graduate students perform valuable service in helping the education of our undergrad students. Thank you. Next, we have the graduate of Agricultural and Biosystems Engineering. Please line up. And we have Dr. Amy Kalita. Who's the chair of the department. We have Matthias Pizzaro, who's graduating with PhD in Ag and Biosystems Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Gretchen Moshe.
Thank you all. My research was on developing an engineer economic model to predict costs of segregation of known genetically modified ingredients in the animal feed supply chain. My memory that I'm taking with me for a long, long time is the birth of my very first child. He's here, Kevin. He's 2 months old now. And I'm very glad for all the support I received from my family and friends, and I'm very thankful today. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Next, the graduates of Chemical and Biological Engineering, if you could come to the side, please. And we have Dr. Thomas Mansell. First, we have Baker Kuehl, graduating the PhD under the guidance of Dr. Kurt Hebert.
Thank you. My research was on improving the mechanical properties of the engineering thermoplastics using soybean-based impact modifiers via reactive extrusion. My favorite memories, actually at Iowa State, were consuming copious amounts of Long Islands in Cafe B, and after that, the shenanigans that would induce from those. Thank you.
So it might be, so I forgot to mention, so when you talk about your research, you might want to also spell it out in a way that's recognized or understood by the audience who may not be in your subfield, right? That would be helpful, but it sounded super cool, right? Next, we have Austin Ohman with a PhD under the guidance of Dr. Eric Cochran.
Hello, my research was taking soybean oil and turning it into rubber and using it in roads, adhesives, plastics. Actually, my precursor that I made, Baker used to improve plastics. So we worked together a lot. My favorite memory was kind of also akin to what Baker's is when we come back, we would do our homework. And the success rate of our homework was dependent on how much we had fun prior to that. So yeah, those are my favorite memories.
Boy, we're getting a lot of insight into how students did homework. Okay. Next, I'd like to invite the graduates of Civil, Construction, and Environmental Engineering to come to the side of the podium. And our department representative is Dr. Omar Smadi. Okay. First, we have Ahmed Abugdadi, graduating with a PhD under the guidance of Dr. Omar Smadi and Dr. Aldemir Bektas.
Thank you. I'm Ahmed. My area of research is in transportation asset management, more specifically in bridge asset management. And here is the fun fact. You know, Iowa has more than 24,000 bridges across the state. So these bridges require that you don't just build them and leave them. They need repair, maintenance, rehabilitation, and eventually replacement. And these activities are pretty much expensive. So in my research, I was developing advanced tools to support transportation agencies in picking what, when to replace these bridges and rehabilitate them. I don't want to go into much details. You can go to the dissertation. And my favorite memory here at ISU is when I met my now wife. I also want to thank my advisor, Dr. Smadi and Dr. Bektash, for their continuous support and guidance through the dissertation and before, and my family. I know you guys are watching. I love you, and I can't wait to see you again. Thank you.
Thank you. Lauren Schwab, graduating the PhD under the guidance of Dr. Chris Raymond.
Hi, so I'm Lauren. I'm a hometown kid. I grew up in Ames, Iowa. With research, is using sound to basically try to better predict where stuff that's not supposed to be in a river is going to end up. And one of my favorite memories was, I guess, a silver lining of COVID, that they cut back on who could be in the stadiums during football games. So I got to be on the crew that did the cannon for that season, which was quite fun. When we tell you to cover your ears, you should probably do that.
Thank you. Syed Amin Musavi, graduating with a PhD under the guidance of Dr. Brent Ferris and Dr. Caitlin Friesman.
Hello, everyone. My name is Syed Amin Musavi. I'm from Iran, and I am very happy that I had a great chance to study as a PhD student in the Iowa State University, and I'm really thankful for my professor, Dr. Brent Ferris. And about the favorite memory, so I had a chance to work in the structural lab for nearly 2.5 years. So the exciting time for me was when we were testing our samples and we were pushing our piles and tests with a big number of force, and I was very happy that our test really worked very great. So actually my research is about the bridges and bridge foundations, and I'm really happy that I was in the Iowa State, and I really liked it. Thank you very much.
Kwang Hu Wee, graduating with a PhD under the guidance of Dr. Kejin Wang.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kwang Wee, and I'm from Korea, South Korea, not North Korea. And I'm graduating with a PhD in civil engineering. And I think I have a lot of the happy memories in ISU. And the best moment was that, firstly, I received my 3D printer. So I successfully print my very small cylinder with my materials. So after graduation, hopefully I will print a big house in South Korea. Yeah, thank you.
Rabia Afzal, graduating with a master's in civil engineering under the guidance of Dr. Brent Ferris.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rabia. Unfortunately, I did not choose the easy route, so I did a master's with a thesis. My research is on the assessment, repair, and replacement of fire damaged girders. So we're doing lots of like load testing to see if a fire damaged bridge could have stayed in service. And my favorite memory, I have a lot here. This is my 6th year here, and I'm kind of ready to leave. During undergrad, though, I would say just being part of like International Student Council was a lot of fun. So just hosting a lot of like the events here at Iowa State and just being part of like a big group, that was definitely like my favorite memories that I had. Thank you.
Joyce Kamau, graduating with a master's in civil engineering under the guidance of Dr. Chris Williams.
Good evening. I'm Joyce Kamau from Kenya, and I'm graduating with my master's and continuing with the PhD. So tomorrow I'll still be in the lab doing some work. So I worked with low temperature cracking of pavement. So, and which are the best place to do that other than Iowa or any colder region climatic areas. And my best memory is I wasn't a student then at Iowa State, but I visited as an undergraduate student, and we were invited to McCarthy Park, and we walked from material science department engineering, and we followed the route that a car would have followed. Instead of just having a walk just behind agriculture and biosystem building and then going to McCarthy, we just went to Saint Road, 13th Street, up to the McCarthy, and we used a good 45 minutes walking. I think we did some good exercise then. Yeah.
Next, I'd like to invite the graduates of electrical and computer engineering to line up on this side. And I'd like to invite Dr. Jay Kim to the podium. That's just electrical and computer engineering, correct? Right. Okay, so we'll get started with Motaz Abdel Khalik, graduating with a PhD under the guidance in computer engineering under the guidance of Dr. Manimaran Govindaraj.
Thanks so much, everyone. Like, my name is Motaz. I'm from Egypt, and like my work is like how to provide security for the smart grid and how to help like prevent hackers from attacking our houses and everything. My best memory in Iowa State is that I met like my second family in here, and I became like part of their family, and their support and everything that I had, like it's everything for me. So I want to thank my family back in Egypt. They are watching us right now, and I want to thank my family in here and my professors for all the support and all the help that I had. I couldn't have done it without them. Thanks so much.
Next, we have Laila Parvin Pauly, graduating with a PhD in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Vic Dalal.
Hi everyone, I'm Laila. I'm graduating with my PhD, and my research was on cadmium selenide-based solar cells. I used to try to find the defects and try to improve the efficiency of the solar cells as much as I could, and now I'm using that knowledge at Intel to improve their microprocessors. And I'm from Bangladesh. I'm really grateful for the friends and family I've met here, but it was a struggle getting acclimated. So my favorite memory was kind of going to Ada Hayden and de-stressing there for like hours, just reading a book and catching the sunset if possible. Yeah, thank you so much.
Nichelle A. Carrington, graduating with a PhD in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Ian Dobson and Dr. Zayu Wang.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nichelle Carrington. Well, Dr. Nichelle Carrington. And my research focused on estimating resilience metrics such as outage duration. So I basically was able to tell you how long an outage would happen once the power went out. And I was using data from the utilities, in which my methods further produced a software that was able to process these type of data for small utilities. So my fondest memory will actually be starting the graduate organization for electrical and computer engineering department, where I was the founding treasurer and now president. And that organization actually was so important because it provided a space for the students and the staff to intermingle without it being about research. So it was a social aspect.
Praise Farayola, graduating with a PhD in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Degang Chen.
Hi everyone, my name is Praise Farayola. I'm from Nigeria. So this evening I'm thankful for 4 things. Number 1 is that I survived 4 winters. So I came 2018 and it was the polar vortex. It was not very funny. Second, I'm thankful for my research. I was able to work hard concerning real life problems. I work with test engineers from Texas Instruments who are able to figure out how to detect and correct site-to-site variations in massive multi-site testing. Number 3 is I'm thankful for my wife. One of the goals I had when I started my PhD was to get married, and she's here, right here. And number 4 is I'm thankful for the future. I feel that Iowa State has really given me a lot of skills, a lot of things that I'll be able to survive out there. I want to appreciate my professor, Dr. Degang Chen, and my colleagues. Thank you.
Cody Newland, graduating with a PhD in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Jim McCauley.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cody Newland. I'm graduating with a PhD in electrical engineering, originally from Hastings, Nebraska. And my dissertation was on the co-optimized expansion planning for power system resilience and adaptation. And that was essentially building optimization models surrounded around investment planning for generation and transmission systems to mitigate the effects of extreme events such as earthquakes, hurricanes, and flooding events, and then also handling future uncertainties as we keep building up our grid system. My favorite memory at Iowa State, I'm going to steal another person's, was also going to Ada Hayden and getting some much needed breaks from writing a dissertation. And then lastly, I would just like to say thank you to my parents and my sister and my advisor, Dr. McCauley, and last but not least, my wife of 4 days now, Morgan. So thank you.
They've all timed it. There's like 1 second left to this. Awesome. Okay, good. Right. Matthew Dwarsky, graduating with a PhD in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Reza Zogi.
Hello, everyone. I'm from Peoria, Illinois, so not too far away. My research involves using microwave and millimeter wave imaging to do non-destructive evaluation. Essentially what this means is we can use microwaves and millimeter waves to look inside of structures such as anything from bridges to aircraft to spacecraft and try and find flaws before anything catastrophic happens. A lot of favorite memories here. It's hard to nail down a specific one, but my friends and I recently started a tradition of driving out to Des Moines and getting a break and going to get unlimited sushi. So, all right, thank you, everyone.
Hussam Ibrahim, graduating with a PhD in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Liang Dong.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hussam Ibrahim. Originally, I'm from a small country in the Middle East called Lebanon. Hopefully, by the summer, I'll finish my PhD in electrical engineering. For most of the part, I've worked on developing highly sensitive agricultural sensors. So just to make it simple, we basically help develop tools to give farmers a better idea of when to harvest crops and how to control fertilizers. Probably one of my best memories, which some of my lab mates can relate, is doing long drives to North Platte, Nebraska, and sometimes getting lost in long crop fields. For this PhD, I'd like to thank my major professor, Dr. Liang Dong, my friends, family, and coworkers that helped make this trip enjoyable. Thank you.
Berhan Haider, graduating with a PhD in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Manimaran Govindaraj.
Hi everyone, I'm Berhan Haider. I hail from Kashmir, India, and I did my PhD in cybersecurity for smart grids. To put it simply, I prevent hackers from turning these lights off, basically. And I don't have any particular favorite memory, but this journey at Iowa State has been wonderful. Thanks to my friends, my family, the support they have provided, and especially my professor, Dr. Manimaran Govindaraj, who, Professor, you've been a mentor, a guide, a teacher, a friend as well. I'll always be indebted to you for that. I'm not just saying that to get my degree in July, but I do mean that for sure. So thank you all, and congratulations to everyone for graduating today. Thank you so much.
Shravan Kumar Jaganti, graduating with a PhD in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Degang Chen.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shravan. I actually graduated in 2020, but because of COVID, I'm attending the ceremony now. I'm actually glad for it because I can now attend with my wife and my family. So I'm incredibly happy about that. My advisor was Dr. Degang Chen, incredibly indebted to him for the constant support and lots of great advice. My thesis was on testing of analog to digital converters and digital to analog converters. They're basically the links between the analog world that you see and hear around you and the digital world that computers understand. As for memories, well, I'd like to mention two real quick if I have the time. One of those was basically before conference deadlines and so just working all through the day and night with my colleagues and friends and having just one meal, which would be breakfast plus lunch plus dinner. We used to term them blunners, but I would not recommend them. But yeah, the other one was when I was a teaching assistant and one of the students came and hugged me after a lecture I gave, saying that it was the one of the best lectures he had heard. So, thank you.
He got a pass because he graduated last year, and yeah, okay, all right. Harshvardhan Gaonkar, graduating with a PhD in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Vic Dalal.
Thank you. I graduated with a PhD in electrical engineering 2 years ago, actually, more than 2 years ago, so I get a little bit more time. No, my work was on clean, green, renewable energy, was specifically on how do we make solar energy more accessible, cheaper, and more resilient to our environment. I worked under Professor Vikram Dalal, and I like to think that we actually made some significant progress towards making renewable energy more accessible to the world around us. I would like to thank my dad, who's not here, sadly, for inculcating that spirit of discovery and hard work in me that has helped me a lot through this whole journey. My mom is also here. Again, I would like to thank her for the same thing. So my favorite memory in okay. My favorite memory in Iowa State has always been the Thursday night mug nights on Welch Avenue. Those used to stretch for quite some time, and then Professor Dalal somehow always had Friday morning 7 a.m. meetings. So that was always fun. I'm hoping to repeat that tonight. But again, thank you. And
Sri Sai Tangalapalli, graduating with a Master's in Computer Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Josh Peschel.
Hello, everyone. My name's, I know my name was pronounced as Sri Sai, but I'm actually go by Ani, usually. It's kind of long otherwise. My thesis was helping drones identify individual trees using just a single camera to measure the depth, which is actually a very difficult task, as I found out. And my favorite memory here at Iowa State was actually from my undergrad, because unfortunately I didn't have that much time in my graduate degree here. So I was able to participate in the honors program, which I got to do a lot of seminars, which were really incentivized me to do my research and pursue my graduate degree. So I'm very thankful for that. And I'm thankful for my family and friends who supported me throughout this entire degree. So thank you.
Swecha Ghimire, graduating with a Master's in Computer Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Julie Roche and Dr. Doug Jacobson.
Hi, I'm Swecha. My research project, in the simplest way to describe it, it's basically a security playground for students to hack into. And then my favorite memory would be any day party at Iowa State in my undergrad. Good times. Thank you to my family and my friends for supporting me. Hope you guys have a good graduation, I guess. Thank you.
Veronica Torres, graduating with a Master's in Computer Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Joe Zambrino.
Hi, thank you, everyone. So my name is Veronica. I did a literature review on non-player character believability for my research, and my favorite memory at Iowa State has been just hanging out with my friends, and then I'm also very thankful for my family, and yeah, thank you.
Morgan Amborn, graduating with a Master's in Computer Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Daji Chow and Dr. Matt Wymore.
Hello, I'm Morgan. I did my research with the team that was working on batteryless Internet of Things devices. So these devices get energy from their environment, from radio frequency. And so my project was to help simulate that in software, so you can do a lot of tests on it and optimize the chances that two different nodes that are communicating can communicate when they're on at the same time. One of my favorite memories was, as an undergrad, I did both here, was getting to travel to Wales to do research for a summer through the department. So thank you to all my family, friends, and my major professors for supporting me through all of it. Thank you.
Ahmad Nazar, graduating with a Master's in Computer Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Salim and Dr. Ahmed Kamal.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmed. So my research is basically using drones and fancy mirrors to basically model a city and have that in some sort of a computer format. my favorite memory at Iowa State is basically figuring out that the professors and the faculty are just as weird and passionate as we are. So I'm still going to be working on my PhD, so I'm just done with 1 degree today. So it's truly been a roundabout path. So thank you to everyone who I knew on my journey.
Jordan Haim, graduating with a master's in computer engineering under the guidance of Dr. Young Guan. Maybe not. Let's see. Nicholas Pekka, graduating with a master's in cybersecurity under the guidance of Dr. Doug Jacobson and Dr. Lotfi.
Hi, Nicholas Pekka, graduate of cybersecurity. I got my bachelor's here at Iowa State and then continued on to be a cybersecurity for Garmin about 3 years, and then I'm now worked for Red Hat. Throughout that time, it helped me inspire what I did for research. We were bringing on these systems are referred to as microservices, and it really kind of made me question on a lot of these people were taking them on and thinking that they solved all the security issues just by bringing these services on and integrating their new or the old existing applications into these things. And so I got with Dr. Lofty and we talked about it, and eventually came out with a thesis and a research paper for it. I'm actually going to be presenting that research paper at the International Conference of Software and System Processes next week. And the title of it is Attack Privileges on the Kubernetes Environment when you introduce a DevOps pipeline into them. So that's about it. Favorite memory? I think it was just really all the friends I made through here. I have a lot of long-lasting relationships, and even after we left Iowa State, because I've been remote for this whole master's, I still kept in contact with them, and we see each other quite often. So, yeah. And then I want to thank everybody and thank my family, and that's it.
Peter Clark, graduating with a master's in cybersecurity under the guidance of Dr. Young Guan.
Hello, my name's Peter Clark. I'm a graduate from cybersecurity. I'm from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I initially did my undergrad here. I started in electrical engineering, completed my undergrad in math in 2020, and now I'm in computer engineering, so it's sort of a circle here. My research was in Bitcoin ransomware forensics, the principle of that being that hackers who lock a computer with ransomware will charge you Bitcoin for it, and then because the blockchain sort of stores every transaction, they're going to employ a mixing money laundering service. So my research was collecting all of the transactions around various known money laundering services to try to identify which wallets are associated with that. My favorite memories would be just all the times studying, and I do mean studying, with my friends, and then finally, a couple days ago, deleting Canvas from my phone.
Jesse Knight, graduating with a master's in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Sang Kim.
Hello all. So I did my concurrent here, so I did my undergrad in electrical engineering as well, and then my work was with Dr. Kim on secure wireless communications, primarily for GPS systems, and so I will then be taking on that information to work with the Department of Defense in the future for the next 6 years. And my favorite memory was I did a lot of fencing here. I was in the fencing club president, so I have a lot of good memories from that. So, thank you.
Well, I'm glad I didn't have to sidle up to you. I don't know what would have happened to you, a fencing expert. Okay. Joshua Welton, graduating with a master's in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Matt Darr.
Well, hey everyone, Joshua Welton here. I hail from the small town of Garwin, Iowa, and I also did my undergrad here at Iowa State. So for research, I guess, with like NDAs and all that, the most simple way I can describe what I did is essentially applying controls to dynamic system models, kind of a little bit of a tongue twister, at least for myself. And I think that's about all I can get into. As far as a favorite memory, I have had a heck of a time at Iowa State, and I've made so many friends and had so many experiences with them. So I think out of all of those, there's one night that I can remember, and we may or may not have exploded a capacitor in the bathroom in Riley. But you didn't hear that from me.
I'm sure we can neither confirm nor deny that you did that, right? Felipe Varela Carvalho, graduating with a master's in electrical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Matt Dar.
Hi, everyone. I'm Philippe. I can neither confirm or deny that I was also there the night that the capacitor kind of blew off in Friley. I'm also one of the guys with an NDA, but the simplistic explanation of my research is that I use tractor data and GPS data to basically analyze seed location to a 3-inch margin of error. So that's pretty decent. And you can attribute basically data to those seeds. So that was a pretty cool research. My favorite memory at Iowa State, well, the most fun one was rushing the field 5 years ago on an Iowa State game against TCU. And I remember bumping into a player, which turned out to be one of their quarterbacks, and getting yelled at by their entire coaching staff. It was great. I ran away. Thanks, everyone.
Ayman Priester, graduating with a Master of Engineering in Computer Engineering under the guidance of Dr. J. Kim.
What nerds? You guys have all research. I don't have one. I'm Master's of Engineering. Anyway, I guess, I'll go straight for it. My favorite memory, I guess, was probably leading the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers as president for about, 3 semesters. Alongside TAing with Dr. Jones in the Roomba class. I don't know if anyone knows that, for about, 5 semesters maybe? And then also developing a new class with Dr. Weimar. Good stuff. That's a hard thing to do, trust me. So, I like to take the time to thank everyone here, especially my parents. They flew in from Malaysia, so they're pretty jet-lagged right now. My brother, my nephew, my sister-in-law, thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations.
Let's see. Chloe Sabato, graduating the Master of Engineering in Computer Engineering under the guidance of Dr. J. Kim.
Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm from the Chicagoland area. I also did not do any thesis or research because I thought doing another year is already a lot of work. So instead of talking about my research, we were instructed to say our favorite course or professor, but I think picking favorites is kind of a tricky subject. But I think my favorite professor here, I got to be a student of and also teach alongside Professor Matt Wymore over there. And I believe my favorite memory here, academic-wise, it was senior design. My team placed second for senior design. And socially, I'd say my 21st birthday was pretty fun here. I've always wanted a piñata, and my friend surprised me with a piñata, so that was pretty cool. Thank you.
Shaurya Purohit, graduating with Master of Engineering in Computer Engineering under Dr. J. Kim.
Hello everyone, I'm Shaurya Purohit. I'm from India. So I'm actually getting a computer engineering. I'm getting my master's in computer engineering on my way to PhD. So I hope I'll see you again sometime soon. So yeah, so I really enjoyed my time over here, all the courses which I've taken. So I'm really thankful to all my faculties and my friends which I've made here. So, talking about my research work, I'm currently working in the field of cybersecurity and machine learning, focusing on anomaly and intrusion detection system for self-driving cars and EV charging systems. So, I'm really thankful to my parents and my friends and to my major professor, Dr. Marimaran, for his guidance and support. And I hope I get that in the near future as well. So, my favorite memory would be making a lot of friends and working on different classes and working as a TA for real-time systems and programming of C. So yeah, that's all. And I really want to congratulate all my fellow graduates today. Thank you.
Jacob Kahn, the Master of Engineering in Cybersecurity under the guidance of Dr. Doug Jacobson.
Hello, I'm Jacob. Also didn't do a thesis, but if you ask my parents what I learned from my experience here at Iowa State, they'd be like, he's good at computers, still can't fix a printer. In terms of my favorite memories, however, I was involved in student government in my undergrad as well as my grad. During my tenure there, I was a senator representing the College of Engineering, then director of IT for the 2 years after that. Then also, for this past year, I was a member of the fashion show. I was actually a model. I know, a surprise. But that was definitely a lot of fun as well. I'd just like to thank my friends and family I've made along the way. A lot of the professors that I've had great talks with especially with my master's classes. And yes, thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite the graduates of Industrial and Manufacturing Systems Engineering, and I'd also like to invite Dr. Gary Murka. First, we have Fateme Amini, graduating with PhD in Industrial Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Guiping Hu.
Hello all, my name is Fatema Amini. So I came to US in 2018 from Iran. So the PhD journey was a tough one for me. It has a lot of ups and downs, but if I go back, I would definitely choose this path and journey again. So my research is about improving the breeding cycle to improve the agriculture system to feed the growing population. And my favorite memory in Iowa State was meeting my husband, who is standing here. And I would like to thank my parents, my family, my friends, and Dr. Hu, my major professor, and all who believe in me during this journey. Thank you.
Atafe Rajabalizadeh, graduating with PhD in Industrial Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Daniel Devarnia.
Hello, everyone. My name is Atafe. I'm from Iran. And my thesis is about improving branch and bond, which is an optimization solution. And we are doing it with machine learning techniques. And my favorite memory is when I announced my admission here to my parents. And it was very great. And then after that, things got so hard. So yeah, but that's my favorite memory. But being the TA for Dr. Sly was so rewarding for me. I'm so glad he's here. And thank you so much for my I want to thank my family, my friends, especially my husband. And my family are watching online right now. And my in-laws are here all from all over the country. I'm so glad. And congratulations, anyone that are graduating today. Thank you.
Javier Ahumada, graduating with Master of Engineering in Systems Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Gary Murka.
First of all, we did it, right? I really want to thank the university for having a distance learning program. I'm actually from Florida, So I really think I brought the sunshine over here for the few days I'm here. Memories, having my second child as I was going through the program and going to, doing my classes with my baby girl over there. She's, hi, Luna. And I really want to thank my family, my wife, for all their hard work. We did it, right? My mama and my brother and all my family that was not able to be here, my sister and son. So thank you guys, and go Iowa State.
Jennifer Johnson, graduating with a Master of Engineering in Systems Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Gary Murka.
So I'm an systems engineering, Master's of Engineering student here. And my favorite memory was when I got to study abroad to Italy. I would like to think that I'm the university's oldest study abroad student. Not sure if that's true or not, but I'd like to think that. And my favorite memory of Iowa State is actually going out to the hangar at Ames Airport and going out and doing flights with my husband, who works at Iowa State, and actually doing it for a class. So doing work for a industrial design class regarding pilot displays. So that was exciting. So I'd like to thank my family and my husband here, and appreciated my time here. Thank you.
We have Huan Jiao Dong, graduating with a Master in Human Computer Interaction under the guidance of Dr. Stephen Gilbert.
Hi everyone, my name is Huan Jiao Dong and I'm from China. So I enjoy the coursework of the Human Computer Interaction program, and I like to conduct research with researchers from different fields. And so for my favorite memory at Iowa State, I have the chance to meet so many excellent students and professors, and I really enjoy my time here. Thank you very much.
Next, I'd like to invite the graduates of Mechanical Engineering to please line up in the podium, and I'd like to invite Dr. Pranav Kshatriya to the stage. Okay. First, we have Gautam Sivakumar, who is graduating with a PhD in Mechanical Engineering, and this doesn't happen often, but he's my student, so yeah, welcome.
Hello, everyone. So my research was on ice. So if you had your car parked overnight under heavy snowfall, the next morning you would see that snow turn into a thin layer of ice, and you would spend considerable amount of time trying to remove that layer of ice, right? Because ice adheres to surfaces. So my research was to study the ice adhesion on surfaces. So yeah, I had a great time. I would like to thank my professor for the academic autonomy I had. I did enjoy my time here. My favorite memory is getting to meet a lot of people from diverse backgrounds, and also waiting for the bus on cold, dead winter nights, questioning my life's choices, and it all turned out all right. Thank you.
Xiaolin Chen, graduating with a PhD in Mechanical Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Xiangnan Bai.
Hello, everyone. Firstly, I would like to thank you for getting together to celebrate for us. I feel so like a dream. It's very hard after 4 years standing here to share my feelings. And I want to mention my research is about biomass conversion and plastic recycling. Specifically, I convert commingled municipal solid waste into selectively into valuable products to help environmental sustainability and carbon net zero. So one of the best memories here is about my teaching assistant job. I have been working as a teaching assistant for 3 years throughout the pandemic. And it's very nice to support people and help people during that time. And I remember one of my students said, I am the best TA he or she has ever seen. So I feel so, so, so proud of myself. Thank you so much.
Viraj Vilas, graduating with a PhD in mechanical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Shankar Subramaniam.
Hello everyone, my name is Viraj. My research was basically related to a pharmaceutical company where I had to create continuum simulations. The earlier models that were there available to the pharmaceutical company took 7,000 years to study at that scale, but I was working on creating or developing models that could solve the problem overnight. I did not reach overnight, but I reached a few days, so that's good. I joined grad school thinking that I would make a strong professional network, but I ended up making friends for life. So I would like to thank, and my basically my fondest memory is all the nights and days that I spent with my friends. And I would also like to thank my major professor. I cannot see him here, but Dr. Shankar for pushing me through in the darkest days, and I am forever indebted to you. Thank you so much.
Irene Mas-Martin, graduating with a master's in mechanical engineering under the guidance of Dr. Mark Wright.
Hello, everyone. I am Irene Mas-Martin, and I am from Mallorca. That is a really beautiful island in Spain. I am graduating with research about energy systems, specifically anaerobic digestion that consists in converting manure and biomass into biogas. I think I cannot choose just one moment in Iowa State because I had too many good moments, too many good experiences, but I know for sure one thing. After surviving winter in Iowa, I can survive to everything in life. I would like to dedicate and thank this to my family. My parents and my sister traveled from Spain to be here. And I am sorry, but I will say this in Spanish because they deserve to hear it. Muchas gracias y gracias por el sacrificio y el apoyo siempre. Thank you, Hansa, for being an inspiration. And thank you.
Then we have, I'd like to invite the graduates of Material Science and Engineering to please line up on this side. And I invite Dr. Martin Thuo. So as they're lining up, I think we're doing good for time. I just want to remind people at the end of the event, for doctoral graduates, your assigned check-in is on the 100 level of this building. And for the master's students, your assigned check-in location is at the 200 level, which is this floor, right? So just a reminder there. Okay. First, we have Trevor Lyons, graduating with a PhD in Material Science and Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Ralph Napolitano.
Hello, I was born and raised here in Iowa. Did my undergrad and graduate degree here. For my research, I watch things freeze all day. Specifically, I watch an organic material freeze that freezes like a metal because you can't see the solid-liquid interface as it is forming. So I study the patterns that form out of that process. And my favorite memory was Dr. Thuo's thermodynamics class. Just kidding. No. It was obviously driving across Iowa to get my puppy Remy, my little Chewini.
Yifan Lee, graduating with a PhD in Material Science and Engineering under the guidance of Dr. Shan Jiang.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yifan. I'm from China. I always introduce the way like if you dig a hole from Lexington, Kentucky, down to the other side of the earth. That's where I came from. My research mainly deal with making different type of organic nanoparticles. Those particles like smart nanorockets, so can actively, when you're mixing those particles into some solvent, they can go very quickly to the interface. So I'm just, over the past 4.5 years here at Iowa State, I'm trying to develop those particles as a coating additive, so it can mix with some antibacterial paint, so the surface can kill the virus, and also with water-based wood stain and also stain-resistant coatings. So here I would just want to say thank you for my family and my friends back home, and also here. In terms about the best memory here, I think it's very hard for me to name a singular one because there's so many comes to my mind, and they all contribute to my great, wonderful memory here. So I think I would just say I'm very grateful for whenever I have encountered challenges, difficulties in the academia campaign or my personal life, my advisor, my committee members, and also my lab mates, colleagues, university staff, they always try everything they could to help me out. Yeah, so I feel very grateful for that. And oh, I didn't even see you. I didn't do my job, brother. Okay, just one last sentence. I feel is I'm very just feel grateful for this our intensive camaraderie of our community, and yeah, thank you all. Congratulations. Yeah.
Ayuna Tsirenova, graduating with a PhD under the guidance of Dr. Shan Jiang and Dr. Shan Hu.
Hello. So during my PhD, I studied nanoparticles and how they can be used in different coatings and films, including the electrochromic glass for the smart windows. My favorite memories at Iowa State I share with my friends that I met here and with the communities of people with a like mind, especially the Graduate Society of Women Engineers. Thank you so much for support. And another thing, I also would like to thank my family and my mom. Thank you.
Soumya Verma, graduating with a PhD under the guidance of Dr. Sid Pathak.
Hello, I'm Soumya, and I grew up in India. I'm graduating with PhD in Material Science Engineering, and for my research work, I worked on dinosaurs, and that's all I'm going to say because everything else is technical and boring. I like to thank my advisor, Dr. Sid Pathak, here for giving me this incredible opportunity to work on this project and several other opportunities during my PhD. My family, Ma Papa, I'm almost done. They have been waiting for years to graduate. And my friends who are watching here, thank you for being there and bear with me for on this really long journey. My favorite memory in Iowa State is I made some really good friends, and spending time with them and getting coffee at VRs was always awesome. Thank you so much.
Justin Jones, graduating with a Master of Engineering in Material Science under the guidance of Dr. Ralph Napolitan.
Hello. One of my favorite memories at Iowa State has been being a teaching assistant with Dr. Tim Coleman and leading and helping lead a help desk for undergraduate students in one of the classes. I've been doing that for 2 years. It's been a great experience to learn and teach different material to different students.
Madeline Mattis, graduating the Master of Engineering in Material Science under the guidance of Dr. Ralph Napolitan.
Hi, everyone. Like I said, my name is Madeline. So I did the Master of Engineering, so I didn't have any research, but I spent the past year working with a door company, working with materials for fire-resistant door cores. So that's been really fun to make stuff and then immediately set it on fire. So I've been in Iowa State also for my undergrad, so it's really hard to pick just one memory. But I would say from this degree, being able to attend Iowa State with my sister has been a really fun experience since we're 5 years apart and never was able to attend school together. So yeah, thank you.
We have Sauvik Banerjee, graduating with a PhD in Material Science under the direction of Dr. Martin Thuo.
Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Banerjee. So my research was on surface science and how to use surface science to study mass transfer in complex systems like plants, for example, or metals. And my favorite moments in Iowa State were the struggling moments where I was grinding through my PhD and getting breakthroughs, especially the last few months with Dr. Thuo. And I would like to thank my parents, who are unfortunately not here due to visa problems, and Professor Martin Thuo, without whom I would not have been here, and my wife, who is standing there for all the support, and my sister for coming here tonight. Thank you.
I think that's everybody. Is there somebody here who we did not call? And by that I mean the students. Please, if you came in, I mean, if you came in a little bit late or we missed registering, feel free to line up here, and you can come and have your time. It's the same constraints. I'll still sidle up if you take more than a minute. Please.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anirudh. I'm from Electrical Engineering Department, and I graduated with my master's in the fall of 2021. And I'm very thankful to my professor, Dr. Dwarsky, and my another professor, Dr. Stephen Holland. And I would like to share two memories. One is an inspirational one, and the other one is like a favorite memory, you could say. So what I learned from Dr. Dwarsky was no task is too difficult. So he used to give us some tasks and complete within 2 days. I was like, huh? How is that even possible? And he used to say, oh, I can complete it within 10 minutes. I'm just giving you 2 days because you're a student. So from that state of mind to the end where I graduated, I was like, okay, this is possible. This is something, I understood, okay, it just feels like it's impossible. By the time you're actually starting the work, you realize you can plan through it and you can complete it within the stipulated time. And one of my favorite memories is playing racquetball with my friends, and it was amazing. I learned racquetball from scratch, and now I'm pretty good at it. I would say so myself. Anyway, thank you again to everybody who helped me during this time, and have a good rest of your life. Thank you.
Please join me in congratulating all our graduates today one more time. And graduates, could you please join me in thanking all your family, friends, and our faculty representatives today for helping you along. At this point, I'd like to invite Dean Easterling to come and say a few words before we close the event. Please join me in welcoming Dean Samuel Easterling.
Well, good evening, good afternoon. I want to start with a few thank yous. And that's really to the staff that's helped put this event on for you, both those of you in person as well as those joining us virtually. Names that mean something to some of you, but they're the ones working behind the scenes. Out of the staff and the college, Heather and Jean and Jeremy, Amy, Joel, all our student helpers from the ELO, which for those of you as old as I am is not the band. Right, it's a group that helps us with our remote delivery that's happening today, Roger Susky and Lucas. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my colleague Sriram for doing all the heavy lifting here. So what a day, right? First off, congratulations to all the graduates. Hard work. It's really remarkable. You should celebrate. You should enjoy. Have fun with your friends and family. But I know some of you are because you made comments, but I would encourage you to reflect. look ahead, look back, but look ahead in anticipation of the wonderful, important, impactful things that you're going to do. As faculty members, and your family certainly, we all look forward to, watching you go forward and change the world. One thing you may not fully appreciate, and I can tell you this because I was in this building and next door about 35 years ago. My PhD is from the CCE department here at Iowa State. And I didn't fully appreciate it then, but I assure you the friends you've made in graduate school, colleagues, faculty members, you're going to be connected with some of them, perhaps not all, for the rest of your life. And to think about that, and so I was happy to hear some of the students tonight talk about their favorite time, their favorite memory was connecting with their friends and colleagues. So that really is something I can assure you you'll value for the rest of your life. So have fun tonight. It's going to be a party, right? A little bit of a party in the Coliseum. You'll have a party afterwards, right? But it's wonderful. I look forward to watching you all walk across the stage and be recognized. So again, congratulations and go Cyclones.
Thank you, Dean Easterling. And that concludes our event here. Again, there's food in the corner room there if you still want to mingle and spend some time. But the graduates, you're on a clock, so don't miss your assigned time either on the 100 level or 200 level. And good luck with commencement. Congratulations again. And we couldn't arrange better weather, but I think you can manage. Enjoy.